Hi, so today I'm going to show you how I did these, and I hand painted them, and I really hope and pray that you'll be able to see good enough. So anyway, we're doing actually a flamingo, and he's bent over and he's probably going to try and eat something. And so anyway, this is what he looks like on this one. Hopefully you can see it. I tried to do it on a bigger one so it'd be easier to see, hopefully. And I went ahead and I started with the background, just trying to save some time if we can. And this is what I used. I used a gel polish, and it's Feather Gray by True Gel. I'll put all the information in the information box. Actually on these nails, on my nails, I just did gray polish on the background, kind of a medium gray. The only place you're going to leave the gray is there'll be a little bit that's going to show behind this fern right up here, but most of it's going to be covered up with leaves and the flamingo. But I went ahead and did some of my other background colors that they'll kind of peek through just a teeny bit. And so I used craft paints, and I will put all the names and colors and stuff in there. So on this side over here I did this orange, kind of pumpkin orange, and then I did this golden yellow, kind of just spotted it on here. And then if you want it to be more orange, then just kind of go over around the yellow spots one more time. And I used a sage green in the middle, and the blue. So the sage green is this one here. I just put some right there. It doesn't have to be perfect. And I put some of this apple green, just kind of a half circle around, filled it in with this apple green. Here, there's some of that gray showing through the gel polish. And I put a little more blue up here. I used this darker blue first. It's actually kind of a medium, a brightish color, and I like using the brighter colors, kind of brightish, so it'll pop more. And I did spotted the lighter over here. You can kind of do lines or spot it, however you want to do it. So I was trying to get the background kind of started on there. And I'm just gonna, use this if I need it. And here's my water. This is called a shader brush. So it's kind of like let's see. You can see it's kind of like a flattish, brush. And that's what I put all these colors on with. And then this is it's a shorter liner brush, and this is what I'm using for the rest of everything I'm doing. Okay, so let's get started, because next we're going to put on the leaves. And so there's like 3 fern leaves that I did from these 3 corners. We're going to do those first, and then we'll have one more after that. So those ones here, we're going to start with this kind of a darker teal color, and we're going to draw the line with that. So if you can see that, you can really use whatever colors you want, but this is just how I did it. So I'm going to actually, for the thinner lines, I like to use the inside of the bottle, and if you need to wipe some off or if you need to add some water, you can do that. So we're going to start with this one first from the corner, and we're just going to kind of go up. I really hope and pray that I don't usually do hand painting much on here. I don't really have the great perfect setup, as you can probably see. Hopefully eventually I will. Maybe I can do more hand painting then. So you're just going to make it, it's a fern. So just, how your lines, maybe a little bend to them. Doesn't have to be perfect at all. And then I'm going to do another one down. Let's see. We're going to do another one that's going to be coming up from this side over here, kind of to the corner. And we're going to just, same kind of a thing, just kind of, if you can do it as thin or heavy as you want to, depending on how you want it to look. I'm going to add a little bit of water over here, so it's a little bit easier to get it to flow. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to go same thing here, same thing there. And then I'm going to do another one from this side over here, coming up this way. And same kind of thing, we're just going to kind of take it like that, maybe a little heavier on this one. It's going to really be mostly behind the bird anyway, but you know, just to give it a little bit of background, some of it might show. Okay, so hopefully you can see those ferns. And then to give it a little bit of a highlight, a little bit of, you know, a contrast, I'm going to use a lighter kind of, it says it's turquoise, but it looks like it's between turquoise and a lighter teal. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I'm going to use it right out of the bottle, between using it out of the bottle, actually I'll put it right there, and on here, wipe off the excess on there. And all I'm going to do is go along the line, kind of alongside the line down here, just kind of light to give it just a little bit of highlight. I think I need some water. So we're just going to kind of highlight these fern lines a little bit, like that. And just maybe a little bit, a few of the leaves, you know, just kind of add a little to here or there on those, just so they pop a little bit more. You can see it, I hope. Doesn't have to be perfect. This is, I don't, you know, I've never taken painting classes, so I don't know technically what this kind of painting is called, but I would guess it's maybe impressionist painting, maybe. Anyway, so you can see how I put the lighter, you know, kind of highlighted the ferns. Okay, so next we're going to do, we have one more leaf that we're going to do. I guess it's kind of like a palm or like a big philodendron, or I don't know, something like that. So we're going to do the same colors to start off. And on this one, we're going to do that one so that, so if you can see it, it's this one here. So, you know, a little thicker leaves, a little heavier, and we're going to do that one right there. And so we're going to start with the darker one again. And this one we're going to start, the middle of the top of it is going to be like a regular shaped leaf, like a smaller regular shaped leaf. So kind of like, you know, that, like an almond shape. You can see it, I hope. And so then we're just going to go out from that one, and we're just going to kind of do like a, I don't know what you would call it actually. I don't know if you kind of almost like a smile. And we're just going to kind of go down. And so they're a little thicker, these ones are. We want them to be a little thicker. Don't put it too close together or you won't be able to distinguish what it is. So there we go. And we're going to do another set over here. Grab a little more paint. Do another set over here. Kind of another smile there. Okay. Can you see that? Okay, now I need to do some highlight on it. And I'm going to do, I think, some of the lighter on it, but also maybe a little bit, actually maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just do the apple green on it. I think that's how I did my other one. So we're just going to take it, use some of the apple green. So it's kind of like, if you can see that color there. And I'm going to go ahead and just get some of that. And then I'm just going to go, I'm going to go down the center. You can see it. Go down this, kind of go a little bit like that. And then I'm just going to kind of just do kind of a little highlight to each one. Just kind of a little line that just sort of highlights, you know, each of my leaves or parts of the leaf. Okay, and then maybe just a little thinner on this side. See, so it kind of makes it pop so you can see it better. And then I might add just on a couple of these little fern ones down here, you know, just a little bit next to the lines of the darker too, just to give it a little more interest. You can see, and then a little bit more up on this one too, like here, maybe Maybe a little bit more there. Don't want to be too heavy-handed. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that's where we are on that right now. We got all of our background stuff done and our leaves and everything done so that now we can do the bird. Okay, and so with that, I'm going to do 2 different shades of pink. So I have a dark pink and a light pink. And I'm going to do the dark pink first. And you can do whatever shades of pink you want. You just want a contrast. And, you know, if you can get it close to what you think of flamingo, or close enough to a flamingo color that you like. Now this, my dark pink here, I use it a lot. So it's getting kind of starting to thicken up a little bit. So I'm going to have to add some water to this one and put it down here, because I need it to be able to move, you know, good enough, because I'm going to make my outline of the bird. So on the bird, you can see, so you kind of put him about in the middle, maybe a little teeny higher than right in the middle, because you've got to be able to put his legs still, and his neck, and his beak. So I'm going to start out and do his main part of his body first, and then I can, you know, proportion the rest of it. So I'm going to go ahead and do it sort of like it's a almond shape, I guess. So I don't know if I can do this upside down or not. I might have to look at this outline part and then do the rest of the fill in. So let me see if I can, maybe I can do it upside down that way. I don't know if that will help you or not. There. So we're going like that. So like that. And then we need to do the neck. And so I don't know if you can see that one or not. I don't know if you can. So he's got his neck dropped down. Now in the painting that my inspiration painting, his neck was longer, but to get it on the fingernail, and these are bigger fingernails, so to get him on my nails, you know, I couldn't have the neck quite as long. So you just have to figure that out for, you know, your size of your nail. So we're going to go ahead and do his neck down. And let me see here. I think I'm going to jog up just a little bit before I come down. And then I'm going to come down. So I did a line here and then down there. And then I'm going to do another one. Get some more water, some more paint. Do another one. Okay, let me see. Have to look at this to bring him down. So what I did was I just took a line here and went down here. I know it's kind of hard to see. I'm so sorry. I hope you can see it good enough to be able to do this. And then his head, I'm going to do his head on the end of this, and I'm going to kind of do it like another almond shape. Hopefully you'll see this better when I do the contrast. So I'm just doing kind of an almond shape right down here at the end of those 2 lines of his neck that was coming down. I did an almond shape right there. And then I'm going to do his beak. Maybe I'll wait and do that in black so that you'll be able to see it better. So we'll stop there, and we'll go ahead and get the lighter pink, and hopefully that will start, you know, making it so you can see it better. But I'm going to save that dark pink just in case I need to color some back in. So let's do the light pink. Grab some of that. And then I'm just going to kind of add some in here. So I'm going to highlight this first. I kind of highlight it. Kind of highlight this down here. And then add some of that pink in here. I hope you can see that. There we go. I'm sorry if you haven't been able to see it. Okay. So, and then I'm going to go down his neck too. Let me look at it this way. I'm just going to kind of add some highlight to the line so you can tell where his neck kind of is as it's coming down there. And then his head, let me look at it a minute. Okay, so if you don't get it perfect, don't worry about it, because you can go back in with some dark pink. So yeah, that doesn't look as good as all the other ones I've done, but that's okay. It's the angle. It's kind of hard. But so I'm going to add a little bit of dark pink just over, let's see, where do I want to add some? Over maybe this little light pink one that I did kind of, maybe I did it a little too far. Maybe just a little over that. Kind of break up that pink one there. Okay. Okay. And then maybe right here too. Just a little bit. Right there. Right there. And I'm going to add in some pink to fill in his body too. So I'm just going to kind of, you know, add some pink in to cover up, you know, like wherever it shows green or wherever you don't want colors, other colors in there. So like over here. Okay. Maybe do a line there. Let me see how it's looking. Okay. And I'm going to add a little bit of light through here too. And I think, let me look at it this way so I can see where I'm going here. Yeah, I'm going to add it right, I'm going to add some right there. Okay, so there, I added some, just added some there. And then, let me look at his neck again. Let me look at this one too. Okay, so I am going to add a little bit more of the lighter down through his neck. Can you see it? So let me try it this way, upside down. So kind of through his neck so that you can see where it is. And his head, let me see, where is his head? Okay, so I do want to do a little dab of dark pink right on the outside of that so that you can tell that that's where his head is turning. Okay, so I think hopefully, I'm hoping you'll be able to tell better when I do his beak and stuff, but right now I need to do his legs. So I'm going to go ahead and put some paint down on this. And try and thin it out because it's way too thicker than I need, especially for legs, because the legs you want to do them thin. Okay, so the legs we're going to do, let me see if I can do the first one, if I can do it upside down or not. It's got to kind of go that way and then kind of jut out and then go all the way down. Yeah, that's going to be thicker than I like, but that's because of the direction I'm trying to do it. This is hard for me. Try to do it upside down or sideways or whatever. Okay. So that's a little thicker than I want his legs to look, but, you know, hopefully it's going to be good enough that you can, because it'll be way easier from your direction. It should be anyway. So I need to get them thinner because I got that leg too thick. So the next one is going to be just a ways over, not too far. And we're going to kind of go like that again. Okay, I don't have enough paint on here or water or something. I need some more. Okay, hopefully I got enough now. There. All right, anyway, so we're going to start and go this way. And then we're going to come back. Almost like he's got a little knee there, little joint, and then we're going to go straight down. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect, especially not your first time, you know, doing it. Okay, so let me see here what I've got going. So, all right. So next we're going to do the beak. And with that, we need the orange and black. So we're going to use this orange, kind of a pumpkin, and we're going to fill in. And actually, you know, I think I'm going to do, yeah, never mind. I got it. I'm going to do the orange first. And that way, when you go to do your outline, hopefully on your beak, it will be better. So let me, I'm sorry, I wish I could do it in front of you, but there's no way I can do this line. So I just kind of brought it over like this, and then down here and over like that to a point. So it has a curve to his beak, and then I'm going to fill it in with this orange. Let me look at it a second. Okay, and I think it's easier if you make a little line here and then fill it in with the orange, his beak. You can see it. So I'm filling it in with the orange here. There. Okay, so we got to get a little bit of time to dry. Not too long, luckily. These acrylic paints dry pretty fast. And then we're going to do our black line. So while that's drying though, I think I'm going to go ahead and start with the eye. And you can use a dotting tool if your hands aren't super steady, or you're heavy-handed or whatever. But I'm just going to use the tip of this little detail brush. And if you want to check to see how your, dot is, you can put it on the side of that. But I'm going to go ahead and so his eye is going to be right there. Right there. So we're going to put a black dot in the middle of his blue eye. So you don't want it to be, the blue to be too big or too tiny. Okay. Okay. So it might look a little big right now. Hope you can see it. But when the blue is in there, or the black is in there, we put the black spot in there, it should be just right. Okay. So now the next thing we do is our black. Okay, so just go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and do that dot on the eye right now. And I'm going to check it on the side there, because that has to be really small. And just put it right in the center. Okay, that wasn't quite enough, which is fine. We'll go in and do it again, but get off some of that excess. But we want it to show up more than that. Okay, so there's his eye, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to outline his beak. So it'll make it pop. So let me start. I'm going to have to do this upside down, I think. So we want that. Don't go over his eye. We are going to go down the side like that. And then we're going to go down this side. It's hard to do not looking at it. I think I'm going to have to look at. Okay. Okay, so there's his beak. I hope you can see it. And I have to add a little more black down here, right here. Okay. That's how it's supposed to look. Okay. You see his face there. Okay. All right, so that's how I did this guy. And you can, go back in and add more dark pink if you want, or, shade it, lighten it, however you want to do it. They're really pretty. They're really fun. I know they're a little abstract-ish, but they're really actually pretty. And so all you do now is give it a minute or two to dry, and then you're just going to float a top coat over it, and that should make it really pop. It's amazing what a top coat can do. So we're going to go ahead, and I'm using Out the Door, and we're just going to float it down here. You definitely want to make sure your black is dry though, because you don't want to smear your black. That would be a bummer. There. And that's all, oops, sorry. There. That's all there is to it. Kind of fun, pretty, and, you know, kind of cool. So give it a try, and thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and click on the bell icon so you'll get a notice on my next new video, which will be really soon. Bye guys. Thank you.